nigga use a grinder for that weed, huh? And tell him roll another joint, don't fall asleep, huh? Smoke pizza, huh?
What's up, guys? KyleHuntFitness.
Heard you got a cheaper price for that reefer.
Turn down that music. All right, guys, back at the gym for another workout. All right, let me get the lighting just right. All right, guys, what's up? KyleHuntFitness, back at the gym. Have bench press today. Bench press and my sumo deadlift practice. So 5 sets of 3 on bench press with 305 pounds, all paused, all competition style. 5 sets of 3, 305. And then I got 5 singles, so 5 sets of 1 on sumo deadlifts with, I believe, 435. But let me check my handy composition training log, where I log everything, old school style, which I highly, highly recommend. Can't emphasize that enough. So use a composition notebook, because a lot of people remember, I mean, even me, in my head, I can pretty much remember what weights and what exercises I use for the main exercises. Well, a lot of times it's program, in my programs, I put in, 3 sets or 5 sets of 3 with 305 or whatever. So it's easy to keep track of your main lifts. But a lot of people don't keep track of the assistance movements. It's something I've even done in the past, or failed to do in the past, should I say, is keeping track of how much weight you're using on, say, like a chest supported row or a dumbbell row or a dumbbell hammer curl, just kind of going by feel or what you remember. But it's a good practice to get into, writing down. So it's like, hey, I got 3 sets of 12 with dumbbell hammer curls today. I used 35 pounds and it was an RPE of 8. So then you can look. So maybe you don't do dumbbell hammer curls every week. Maybe it's 3 weeks down the line before you do them. And instead of just going and grabbing, whatever dumbbell, say, hey, well, last time I did 3 sets of 12, RPE of 8 with 35s. Why don't I try 40s today or whatever? You know what I mean? So it's just a good habit to get into. And it's something I'm doing now. I'm being extra diligent on keeping track of everything. And more than just the weights and sets and reps. It's, I kind of make it like an internal goal of mine to when I'm done with the gym, I almost have a whole page just completely filled out with notes on how I'm feeling, pretty much set to set, how my warm-ups are feeling. At the end of my, let's say I do 5 sets of 3 or 305 I'm going to today. On the 5th set, I'll put down what the RPE was. So if it felt hard or something, I'll say, whatever, I'll put whatever, how it felt, if it felt easy, etc. But I also put down, like, the time of day I'm working out, the gym I'm at. Most of the time I train at Elmira Fitness Center, but if I happen to work out at home, I'll put at home workout. If I use Ray-Ban knee sleeves, I'll put Ray-Ban knee sleeves, not SBD. Or if I use SBD, put SBD. Or if I don't wear knee sleeves, say no knee sleeves. Just stuff like that, just keeping track. The more data you have, and this is something I always say to my clients, the more data that we have to go by, the better results you're gonna get. If you have no data to go by, it's really hard to make progress. So that was a long tangent, but I wanted to look at my notebook just to see what my weights for deadlift was. 10 minutes later, I'm finally done talking about keeping track of your shit in a notebook. All right, so 5 sets of 3, 305 on bench press. 5 sets of 1 with 435 on deadlift. That is sumo deadlift practice. And then I'm gonna do some seal rows today, 4x5 with an RP of 8. And then go from there. So, all right, let's get after it. Oh, I'm so pumped. The new Gamma Labs G Fuel caffeine-free energy formula. Yes, caffeine-free energy formula just came in. I'm pumped because this G Fuel isn't just, it's not the normal formula caffeine-free, because that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. They changed the formula a little bit. So essentially they turned this into a liquid multivitamin. I mean, they loaded up with vitamins and minerals. So it's almost like taking a multivitamin supplement. And it's loaded with B vitamins. I think that's where they're kind of getting the energy side of it. But other than that, it's basically the normal G Fuel formula with a ton of added vitamins and minerals. So you can, essentially take it as a multivitamin. Still has citrulline malate in it. Still has the energy complex. Still has the focus complex, which is huge. I'm gonna get into that in a second. And then it still has an antioxidant complex as well. So overall, it's just like a healthy drink. But the reason I like it and I'm excited for it is it still has the focus complex in it. So it still has tyrosine, which is the biggest, the number one ingredient. It's the biggest ingredient in the focus complex, and what I feel like really helps a lot. And so it's still going to have that focus factor that the original G Fuel has, just without the caffeine. And why I am excited for that is because I already drink a ton of caffeine. I already drink G Fuel pre-training. Normally do 2 scoops. I either have G Fuel or coffee in the mornings to get me going, to get working. And then at other times in the day, I'm like, man, I feel like I need something, whether it's just for a little bit added focus or just something to sip on, for like a little bit of, like a little pick-me-up. Not necessarily like the caffeine buzz, but just a little mental pick-me-up. And that's where this is gonna come in. I'm gonna be drinking this a lot when I'm working, like late at night. I'm gonna be drinking this, and I'm also gonna be mixing it with my regular G Fuel. So like right now, I'm getting ready to go to the gym. I'm gonna do 1 packet of the blood orange G Fuel, and I'm gonna do 1 scoop of the new orange, caffeine free. So it's almost like it's great for stacking. You can stack it with your normal pre-workout, stack it with a normal G Fuel, because you're gonna get all the added ingredients besides the caffeine of the regular G Fuel. So it's basically like taking a double serving of G Fuel just with a little bit of less caffeine. If you want a little bit less caffeine. If you don't care and you're just loading up on caffeine, you can even do like a double scoop of regular G Fuel and add a 3rd scoop of this. So then you're getting even more extra other ingredients, but still at a reasonable caffeine level. Alright, so I gotta open this up and try it. I'm going to try this by itself before I add the blood orange regular G Fuel, just because I really want to get the flavor of this. I want to find out how good it is. I'm excited to try it. Alright, so I just mixed it up. Let me see how it tastes. It's good. You know what, I was thinking, it kind of smelled like the blood orange. So I was like, oh, I wonder if it's pretty much, the same flavor complex as the blood orange. But it's not. It's really good, but it's a different orange. It's like a, it's hard to describe. More of a, like a natural orange flavor, if that makes sense. Like more like citrusy. It's really good. It's gonna be epic combined with the blood orange. So I did 1 scoop of this. Made a mess in my bar. I'm really excited about this product. Really excited about it. Said that about 100 times. Add a little bit of water. Throw in 1 serving of blood orange original G Fuel. I always dreamed I'd be sponsored by an energy drink. Yeah, that's perfection right there. That's like orange dream. That's what I'd call that flavor. So, if you want to try Gamma Labs' new G Fuel formula, the caffeine-free version, which is basically like a multivitamin with all the vitamin and minerals they threw in there. As always, you can use the discount code TEAMHL at GammaLabs.net or gfuel.com. Instead of a pre-workout Pop-Tart, we have pre-workout sour punch bites today. 4 servings in this bag, 50 carbs is 40 grams. Weight, about 14 little pieces. That's what a serving looks like right there.
That's like the best book.
Working out in the gym, just me and Chris, kind of brings back memories.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Shit, we've been training at like the same gym kind of for what, since the Corning YMCA days back in.
I would say about.
When was that?
About 7-8 years.
7-8 years. That's crazy.
Isn't that fucking
And
nuts?
now here we are at Elmira Fitness Center.
The center.
The center.
The center. The one and
And
only.
back then we were at the Corning Y.
Yeah.
Just fucking young bucks, thinking we knew it all.
Little did we know.
Little did we know. Now here we are. Chris is the IFBB pro. I'm a wannabe pro powerlifter, national.
Pro powerlifter.
And yeah, so
Isn't it crazy how it's just
here we
taken
are.
off?
It's crazy.
Dude, if we had any idea who we would be fucking 7 years ago sitting in the YMCA.
Oh, I know. Well, it's funny because we were just talking about how, you know, people get like the wrong, I guess, kind of misconceptions on what it takes to, you know, achieve success. A lot of times people think that they're like, I don't know, they're like entitled to success without doing the work, without putting in the time and effort, you know, 7, 8, 10 plus years of consistent training, of consistent nutrition. It's just, you know, it's not going to happen by accident.
It happens all the time. You always seem to find people that don't want to do the work but always want the glory. And then one of the main things that we always probably hear most is, and I know Kyle can probably agree with this, is you're lucky. You're lucky.
Yeah.
You got lucky doing this or doing that. And it's not necessarily luck, because most people miss the work that's involved. They miss all of the late nights, the early mornings, and all of that shit that's involved because of the simple fact that they're never there. They're not there to see those things. So then when actually somebody does do something successful in their life or a pivoting moment, it has to be because of luck. It can't be because they worked hard, they woke up, and they sacrificed anything.
Well,
It has to be because
yeah,
they-
well, a lot of times you hear the overnight success, but they don't see the 10 years
Yeah.
leading up
Yeah.
to that overnight success. It's not just what you see on Instagram. It's not just what you see on YouTube. It's so much other, so much more shit behind the scenes that goes into it. It's just a lot.
Yeah, they miss that, man. And then when they do actually start their own thing and it doesn't take off to their standard of what everybody else is doing, they give up, they fold in. I mean, I remember when Kyle was doing YouTube videos in the YMCA, and you can go back and even look at him. He was doing them relentlessly, and there was no following there. He
Yeah.
was still doing video after
There
video
was
after video.
like 10 views. 5 were me and 5 were my mom.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And now look, I mean, people don't see that. People see the success that he has now, the success that people have now, and they automatically write it off as they were always successful. And that's not the case. Sadly, that's not the case. If that was the case, there'd be a lot more successful people in the world.
Just finished up training out in the car now. Quick little training recap. The squats, I had 4 sets of 8 with 355. It felt so good, so light. I was crushing them. I finished up my 4th set, and that was probably like a RP of 7. I probably had at least 3 reps in the tank. I feeling very good on my squats. Very good, very good. And then I did some heavy dumbbell rows, 125s for 4 sets of 6, and then did some heavy stiff leg Romanian deadlifts. Worked up to 335 for sets of 7. So all in all, good day. Now I gotta run to Walmart. Ashlyn's not feeling very good, so I gotta pick her up couple things and head home. Just got out of Walmart and I forgot how much I hate that place. I haven't been in there in like, I don't know, 3 months or something. And it's crowded, lines out the ass, gotta wait to get checked out, all the self-checkouts are a clusterfuck, it's insane. And when I was pulling in, I'm like, man, I haven't been to Walmart in like, had to have been 3 months, it was before Christmas, since I've been in, because I know to avoid Walmart like the whole month of December, so I've probably only been in there, I probably went like maybe once in the beginning of December. And but just I needed some stuff there today, so I had to go to Walmart, and now I remembered why I try to avoid that place. But anyway, got a bunch of stuff, one of which picked up some Lenny's and Larry's cookies. I've been obsessed with these lately. I don't even know why, but I've been eating them a lot. They're pretty good. They're pretty tasty. I haven't tried the Snickerdoodle yet. I kind of got these for Ashlyn because Snickerdoodles are her favorite cookie. But there's 4 in this box. I'm definitely going to have 1 right now. But, so I'll let you know how it tastes. Yep. Taste is on point. Every one of these I've had has tasted amazing. There's nothing really special about them macro-wise. So there's 2 servings in here. 4 grams of fat a serving. So 8 grams of fat for the whole cookie. There's 8 grams of protein per serving, 2 servings, so 16 grams of protein, and then 27 grams of carbs, so what, 54 total carbs. So there's really nothing special about this. It's not like it's very macro friendly at all. They just taste like cookies, and they're very good. So, and the macros aren't horrible. I mean, if you have a lot of carbs in your diet, like I do, I'm eating over 400 grams of carbs per day. So getting 50-some grams of carbs from a tasty little cookie that provides 16 grams of protein, you know, isn't bad. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time. Peace. No eggs, no dairy, no soy, non-GMO, and vegan. Which begs the question, what the fuck's even in these?